Welcome back to the MLG Play 2000 series. I'm Revan, that's Mr. X. We're currently in EnVy's first round matchup, and for this tournament, they don't have Merc playing with them. They have Fizzerp filling in.
Yeah, Merc's trying to actually transition over to submachine gun role. And, I mean, that'll take time for him, going from an anchor from basically the beginning of the game to submachine gun. So, right now they're playing with Fizzerp, who's already, he runs sub most of the time. He was an anchor for a really short period of time, but they're actually looking very strong right now.
Yeah, Fizzerp, he's an established submachine gun player right now. So, EnVy, they have the privilege of playing with someone who he already has that experience in this game of using a submachine gun. So, they completely dominated their opponent in map number 1. The score was 250 to like 61, and they outslayed their opponents by around 30-40 kills.
Now, here's an interesting question. If you're a team and you're going to play with a pickup, right? Who is easier to just kind of have chemistry with for just the one day? A submachine gun player or picking up like an AR and anchor player?
I feel like a submachine gun player would be a bit easier.
I think so too. Just because when dealing with an anchor, it's all about like positioning, and anchors have different positions they like to go to. So some teams, I mean, if you picked up an anchor and he's filling in for one day, it's difficult to kind of gauge his playstyle on rotations on how you have to play. So I feel like a submachine is a lot easier to pick up.
Yeah, especially with rotations. I mean, some teams, they prefer their anchor to rotate a bit earlier. Some teams, they have the submachine guns rotate for the anchor player and establish position, and then the anchor will come and take control there. So different playstyles from each anchor. So with a submachine gun, I mean, it's pretty much standard play across the board.
Right, yeah. As long as you're really just working with whoever your teammates are. I mean, right now, I guess Fizzerp would be working closely with Ray, so if you're working together with those two players, it's pretty easy to just kind of pick up and get into game play.
Yeah, and worst comes to worst, you just run at the hard point, and you
just keep smashing
can't really
your face,
blame it for anyone just running at the hard point, picking up kills there and control. I mean, I'm sure it takes a ton of pressure off Rambo as well, because now he's not the only person just inside the hard point. The pressure's not all on him to pick up those important kills. It's now him and Fizzerp kind of teaming up in that regard.
Well, you do see Proofy and Karma both go into the hard point, but their job's mostly to slay. That's what they're supposed to do. I mean, we saw Karma go into the hard point with the Scorpion for a little bit there and pick up streaks in kitchen. So they're playing the objective too. But I mean, to get those intro kills and really break those hard points, it's really up to Ray and Fizzerp.
All right, so it looks like the next map, we're going to stay on Raid, but it's going to be Search and Destroy. And EnVy, this has been one of their more consistent game types.
Yeah, and, they really like to, on defense, they give up most of the map. They're going to let AA basically it'll be interesting to see how they play against AA, but for the most part, EnVy likes to give up most of the map. They play like back jungle and like behind their kitchen, and they play super defensive on D. And then once you plant, they kind of swarm and get a pick and just kind of work their man advantage.
Now Fizzerp, obviously he's more of a renowned Search and Destroy player, so I wonder how he's going to respond to EnVy's strategies on this map. Because EnVy, they're really the only team in the game that plays like that they give up so much of the map.
Yeah, they're the only team I've really seen who plays Search and Destroy like right on this. And, like you said, Fizzerp's an extremely good Search and Destroy player, so it'll be interesting to see how he fits in with what they're trying to do as a team.
I mean, even when we saw EnVy on pro scrims on defense, they had Merc pushing up inside Launchi, which is something we don't really see EnVy decide to do. Maybe they'll peek out for an initial snipe or something, but generally speaking, they won't be that aggressive. And take a look at this, Dismay. He's got the class out.
He's got the dual barrel and MLG. Which one does he have? He has the
LSAT.
The LSAT? Is this your? I think. Which
I think
one
they're all pretty much the same.
Yeah.
I think the LSAT might have the most bullets.
The LSAT and I think the hammer. The hammer's a pretty good one too. But I don't know if this is the one I see. I think the dragon camo throws me off. I really don't know if this is the one I see everybody use, but.
Dragon camo does look pretty sweet, though.
It does look kind of cool.
I personally don't use any camos. I don't really care what my gun looks like, as long as it shoots bullets and kills people.
Yeah, I mean that's really what you would want your gun to do. I like the Cherry Blossom. The Cherry Blossom, I've been day one, Cherry Blossom or Ghost camo.
It's very manly.
Hey.
Very manly of you, Mr. X.
It's extremely manly.
But into the action here. It's a 2-on-2 situation. We're on board with Artistic. He's got the bomb in his hand. You see Proofy and Karma, they were down 4-2 early on in the round, but now they've been able to even up the numbers game here. Artistic, I'm not sure if he knows that both players for EnVy are actually back near Laundry, but he's going to go for the bomb point here. Dismay with the thermal LMG is going to try to cover his teammate. Bomb does get planted. Shots going down from top Laundry. Dismay looking for the kills, and now it's all up to him.
Ooh, that was a nice shot from Proofy, though. And you know, they got the bomb down. They worked it down to a 2-on-2, which is a situation you want to be in. But
Yeah, it's a manageable spot.
no, yeah, definitely a manageable spot. But you know, I don't know what happened with the other player, not the LMG player, but he might have got a little too aggressive after they planted the bomb.
All right, so let's take a look at Proofy in the round and kill cam. Finds the kill on the bomb player, whips out the sniper rifle, and he connects on the tough shot here right in the
That's an
eye
extremely
socket.
difficult shot. Yeah. I mean,
Especially when you got an LMG just raining bullets on you.
yeah, I mean, Proofy's just ridiculous.
Yeah,
His
he's always
shot
had
is-
a solid shot. And
Yeah.
Let's look through these players. What are you guys using? So pretty much standard classes across the
Eliminate
board, it
the
looks like. Here,
objectives.
maybe Karma, he usually
Charges
uses
acquired.
overkill sniper, and he's going to hop up on the railing here inside Art and try to get that first pick in the top one.
Yeah, and I mean, this is such an awesome spot. It's a difficult shot to hit, but, you know, we call stuff like that a lot.
Yeah, every time we say something, it usually happens.
Yeah, it usually happens.
Now
Yeah.
Fizzler gets taken out. Karma on 3 kills. He connects onto that sniper as well. He knows there are more players inside. Art, I mean, Kitchen.
job. Get
Let's pick up the
next
final
round.
kill onto
Yeah.
Dismay as EnVy win the first 2 rounds.
I mean, that's what we've seen a lot out of Karma from the beginning of the game on Search and Destroy. I mean, he's a monster with the sniper rifle, and you know he plays once he gets on a roll and starts getting those kills, playing so aggressive.
Switching sides.
What are you laughing at?
His player card.
Oh, I like
He's got it tattooed on his gun. You want to take another look?
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that.
Protect the
Karma's a funny guy.
Yeah,
He's a
Karma's
character.
Karma's one of the funnier and one of the nicer people on the circuit.
All right, so Vitamin D stain. He's got no first score streak. What do you
Okay.
think of this move?
That has to be a mistake. And you know, to be honest, I really don't understand the strategy they're running. Do they have 2 snipers in top art at that point right there?
Yeah, I think that. Well, they did have 2 players up top. Yeah, 2. Actually, this guy's got a.
Oh, he's got the LMG
He's got the
again.
LMG. So at the start of this round,
I'd like to
it's
see
3-on-2
them be a
favorite.
little more aggressive over here. You know, they had a good position, they had a good start, and
Charges drop.
I mean, EnVy wasn't over there. They could have pushed that a little hard.
You know, I
Finish
like
the
the
mission.
class that Dismay is using with the dual band LMG,
Charges
but
acquired.
he's not really doing much with it. I mean,
No,
he's
yeah.
got
We
it.
lost that round,
You
but
saw
it's
him
not
try to
over
take
yet.
position
Step
over
up.
at the ringside in the first round, and this round, he really didn't even shoot a bullet from it.
Yeah, I mean, you know, they got to art. They were set up to make a push, but they never really rotated out of there at that bottom. And I think EnVy only had 1 player over there. And I mean,
Switching
4-on-1, you have to push that guy immediately, because if you let him rotate back and then they get the rest of their team over there, you're kind of stuck in that building, which is what we saw.
And
Eliminate
Karma,
the
now
objective.
he's only about 1 kill away from score
got
streak,
the
so
bomb.
he's going to pick up the bomb for his team here. But talking a bit more about using that dual band LMG, I feel like you don't have to be aggressive with it, but you need to shoot some bullets. I mean, if you're just shooting through walls, just make the other team scared of pushing in an area of the map. So Karma, he's still looking for this pick to give him some streaks.
Yeah, and I mean, if he gets streaks, it's pretty much game over. And I completely agree. If you're going to have the dual band LMG, you got to use it to your advantage. I mean, you have 100 bullets for a reason, you know. You can just keep just laying down fire and just pin a guy in somewhere and let your teammates run over and just pick up an easy kill.
Karma's going to make his way for the bomb plant here as he's got Fizzerp and Proofy laying down cover fire through top art. So he will get this plant and he will earn himself some score streaks here.
Bomb
So he only
online.
gets the Hellstorm missile. He's now 1 away from the lightning strike.
Hellstorm
You
missile
see that
waiting
Dismay's
away.
And
the
I believe
last
they
one.
know he's in the middle, yeah. And just nice shots.
Good job,
on
Grunts.
Proofy,
Get
but
ready for the
they
next
they
round.
knew exactly where he was. Once they planted the bomb, I think they killed the 2 guys laundry. They killed a guy rushing off the start. You know, if you notice from AA, they were originally going to send 4 guys over to laundry, then they rotated 1 back to kitchen, and that was the guy.
Switching
bit
operation
weird.
ready point.
Yeah, just I mean, you knew EnVy was pretty much going to stack circle, so rushing 4 guys there wouldn't have been a bad play, because we haven't seen EnVy really push middle all
Destroy
game,
the
but
objectives.
you know, they kind of backed off it near the end.
Bomb
Dismay,
acquired.
he's going to put away the thermal LMG for this round. Now he's going to be making a middle push. His teammates covering him with some initial grenades. And he's actually got 3 attachments on his Scorpion here, so he's got a very powerful gun. We'll see if he's able to make some initial kills here. Finds the first pick on the
Huge
Fizzer,
kill.
but Artistic did get taken out by Rambo. First blood in the round.
Yeah, and you know, they're pretty much AA. They're getting like even kills at the beginning of the round. They're not really getting like 1 or 2 men down and having to play from that.
Sentry gun ready
They're
for deployment.
getting even kills. And, you know, Farmer picks up full streaks. That's not good.
Also, you got Proofy with full
Good
streaks
job.
as well as
Get ready
EnVy.
for
They're
the
up
next
5-0. Now in this final round, I'm going to say it's the final round. They're going to use their streaks and most likely pick up a couple kills with them.
Yeah, they're definitely gonna pick up some kills with streaks. But you know, like I was gonna say before, when AA is getting, they're getting a kill at the beginning. They're getting like 3-on-3s, and they even got a 2-on-2s. We had 1 round. I think they were playing from a 3-on-1, but you know, after that, there really isn't any organization to the way they're playing. They just need to just relax a little bit.
Bomb
Check out
acquired.
the scoreboard. Proofy, he's yet to die, 6-0. Karma 7-1.
Yeah, that guy's pretty good.
And they're going to throw down their sentry guns here. Karma throws his down. Proofy, what the heck? Throw it down right next to it here. He does get stunned, but they're going to throw these puppies down. And now the other team, they know what's going on. So sentries, here comes the lightning strike. Does pick up 1 kill. Sentry finds a kill there. And just like that, EnVy, they win Search and Destroy on raid 6-0. And they knock out their opponent, AxA, in the first round, 2-0.
Yeah, this is just, you can't win around with that. You know, it's pretty difficult to play against. And there's 2 sentry guns, and then there's lightnings coming from the sky. It's difficult on Search, but you know, not a bad showing from AA. They put up a pretty nice fight in Search and Destroy. Not really what the score shows, but they were getting kills though.
Well, Vitamin D Stain, he went in for his team at 6-6, but ultimately it was not enough, as if you take into account his other 3 teammates, they only combined for a total of 3 kills.
Yeah, you know, they need to step it up a little bit. You know, you're not going to win many games when you have 3 people combining for 3 kills.
All right, so the first round of the MLG Play 2000 series, it's over. We're going to be moving to round number 2, but we're going to head to a quick commercial break, and when we come back, more action from the MLG Play 2000 series.